The Times story refers to White House internal documents that the daily death toll could almost double from current levels by June, a sobering message that with reopening economies, the possibility grows that matters could get worse. In Florida, retail merchants, restaurants and eateries are open with indoor limits of 25% capacity and social distancing for outside seating.
This is a family-owned restaurant, so for sure you have losses at the beginning, and now we are going through that process again. So for sure at the end of the year it's gonna happen that we're gonna have to put money into the business just to keep it open, because I don't think the amount of customers that we're gonna be dealing now is going to cover our expenses.
In Atlanta, a long queue formed as eager customers waited for a mall to reopen. But once inside, not all the stores were open for business. West Virginia entered a second week of a phased reopening, with hair salons beginning to take customers.
It feels good to be back out, doing what we love, and glad to see everybody out and practicing safe guidelines. You need to sanitize, wash your hands, and for each customer, you give a break in between each customer, clean your station, and you want to cut. When you cut, you want to cut with a mask on and make sure your client has a mask on as well.
New York State accounts for 25,000 of the nation's over 69,000 dead, with a stay-at-home order due to expire in just 10 days. New York City's subway system is closed daily from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. to allow the cars to be disinfected as officials grapple with reopening.
Which businesses do we open first? You open businesses first that are most essential and pose the lowest risk. Okay? Most essential and the lowest risk. Phase one, we're talking about construction, manufacturing, and select retail with curbside pickup. They are the most essential with the lowest risk. Second phase, professional services, retail, administrative support, real estate. Third phase, restaurant, food services, accommodation. Fourth, arts, entertainment, recreation, education.
With warmer months on the horizon, expect more scenes like these from the past weekend as people escape the confines of their apartments after hunkering down for 7 weeks, forcing the city to close some streets to traffic to allow New Yorkers more space to stay apart outside.
Manhattan apartments are tiny. We're talking a couple hundred square feet. If you're lucky, some folks are in as little as 200 or 300 square feet. So the past month of social isolation and staying at home has literally been torture. So having spaces where people can go, over the weekend, people were trying to go to the parks, but the parks were full. And there was no way to be in our parks without social distancing. Today we opened 40 miles of streets throughout the city of New York like this one. This is from 83rd to 89th. Every day, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., people will have streets where they can actually go outside, social distance, and do it safely because the parks just weren't enough.
All this while the public health emergency remains ever present, and where the unknowns far outweigh anything presented as a certainty for now. Shervin Riceby's SABC News, New York.